Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved. First things first, let me ask everybody to turn off any ad blockers and subscribe to my channel. Help me make a career. We are going to do the Simian flu again. We have lots and lots of artificial genes and ape genes that we need to unlock, so we'll be playing on casual, so we guarantee a win. We are using cortisol sensitivity to reduce research gained from experimenting on the apes, and Call of the Wild that makes them less likely to be found. And we're gonna try and make the Planet of the Apes again. Let's see. Barrel of Monkeys. Ooh, what should I call this? Oh, I had not thought of this. I can't do Grape Ape, I already did that one. Barrel of Monkeys. Let's call them Mankeys. Why not? Monkeys that think they're men. Question about, let's see. I'm gonna do one starting in Madagascar at some point, but not right now. Central Europe, I guess, is where we'll start. Didn't really mean to hit that, but Mankeys begins in Central Europe. They're monkeys who think they're men. I would think studies have shown that they don't really see themselves as any different, unless apes are taught that they are different from humans. Otherwise, they just think humans are just poor, bald versions of themselves. Haven't seen this in a while. Let's see. I imagine the same is true for dogs too. They think that we're just poor, bald versions of dogs. That's why all the creatures that are nice to us are nice to us. They think there's something wrong with us. That we're the runts of the litter, as it were. Crash something mutated. Can we demutate that? It would cost 4 to do that. Ooh. Physical contact. Ooh. Let's go ahead and start with this. I don't know what I'm doing. I hope I can pull this off. I've decided to start in Central Europe, which really, you think a outbreak of some ape disease is going to start in Central Europe? I don't think so. I really don't buy it. I don't think there are that many facilities that are allowed. I think there's a lot of protesting and human rights commissions that would allow much of that kind of testing in the country, in Central Europe. They would all have secret laboratories all in Africa and third world countries, which I imagine they do. Let's go ahead and start. We need that DNA. Apes escape in Central Europe. So I do like that this Simian flu here does add this whole new second bar and adds all kinds of new things. I don't like particularly how they display it though. It doesn't make enough sense to me. Let's see. It doesn't really explain what's going on. And then you have to toggle, which I don't like that. particularly in the Windows version, there's room. At least on my screen there's room. Maybe people have lower resolutions than me, but you have a computer, you can run 1080p. That's all I'm running at. I think that's a good, fair, minimum standard for resolutions on computers today. And then the maximum standard could be all kinds of craziness. You could go to 8K, but I wouldn't ever design a game to go to 8K right now. That would be silly. It would look good on like 5 people's computers and nobody else's. Grow these colonies. Ready to start another colony. We're gonna start one. All of Europe here being infected with Mankeys. The monkeys break into people's houses, put on their clothing, and sit around watching TV and preparing dinner. They act as humanly possible. I need to probably start focusing over here with 16 and 17 DNA. Yep. So let's focus on transmission. Make sure we don't get locked out of Greenland or the Caribbean. Come on, Mankeys. Mankeys. Start that transmission. 17 more DNA for some air. If there was a flu that just was transferable only between apes, I have a hard time believing that it would spread easily, because there's just far too many gaps between ape colony and ape colony. It could definitely spread in heavily populated areas, but when you're talking like the United States, there might be an ape at one zoo and then the next ape is at the next zoo, however many miles that is away. Let's see. Keep that spreading, and let's move back to focusing on hiding. Apes blamed for Mankeys in Central L. See, I keep naming the plagues something based on monkeys, and then they don't even figure it out until halfway through the infection. I wonder if there is some, like, common word in today's vernacular that is named after a disease. Like if rats were called rats because they caused a disease called rats, or something similar to that. I don't want to evolve that, just want to make sure it's not evolved. Human bridge, why not? That may have been a waste, but 17 DNA. Get this spreading between humans and the should work my way towards attacking the facilities. What countries are not infected? Real Okay, so the only one I see is it looks like these over here, and then some in Africa. That looks pretty good. Let's see, what if I put a colony? Nope, that won't work. Headache symptom mutated. Let's keep going. Keep growing. Making progress. New Guinea has no infected. That's who we need to infect. These African countries shouldn't have a problem. Still, let's see. Can't put one in the Philippines. Work our way up there. 8% to the cure. There we go. We've got that country infected. Let's go ahead and attack. Oh, I can't attack it. Darn it. We'll just see. Organized travel. Seafaring. 20 more DNA. Neural enhancement. We do not want that. Nothing we want. 16 DNA to spread it some more. The human population is getting very heavily infected. The ape population, not as much, but the ape population always kind of, it's just so apples to oranges, the number of apes on the planet versus the number of humans, according to at least this one, it's 18 for that one. So we have humans infected, and fear is slowing the economy, which is good news. It won't attack that. Apes attack the lab in the United States of America. No, I don't want to build another colony. I will attack this one though. Slow down that progress. Research speed. Significantly decrease research speed. Highly fatal. Let's just highly fatal. I have never that significantly changed the humans. Let's see if we can do this where we kill just a lot of humans. Because we've almost got every ape infected, but is that the end of the game when we get all the apes infected? I don't think it is. I think we gotta significantly reduce the human population. Sweden's beginning to break down. Drones are targeting. Okay, that's no good. Let's bring about our organized travel. Move those guys away from there. corpses can help cure. That's no good. That's no good at all. People are dying. Apes cause terror. What is this green bar anyways? It's an intelligence. Number of dead apes, number of intelligent apes, number of infected, number of dead infected, number of healthy, number of wild. Big bunch of numbers there. Lethal solutions. Try and get as many lethal solutions as we can out there. Global research is focused on the cure. They're making progress on it, but I don't think they're going to make progress fast enough. Should I just attack countries and kill big chunks of people? Is that the trick? I've never really done this. I just attacked countries. iCure device announced. Let's see. Anybody else we want to attack? I don't think that's really working. Let's bring up some lethality here. Lethality. Just keep on dying. Come on, humans. Just keep on dying. Get that up. 50% of the human population. Well, the world population. The human population, that is, was the correct term. Seems to be falling apart. And close to anarchy. Now, the Mankeys. Just all these crazy monkeys walking into people's houses pretending they're humans. And then they'll argue with him when you say, no, I'm the human. And then they go, no, I'm the human. And it just drives everybody insane. So we've got a really high number of dead in the ape side too. It's really, really high. Does that jump when I attack something? If I attack this country, does the number of dead apes skyrocket? I don't see it. There's still healthy people. This may be too fatal at this point. Spontaneous infection of Angolia? That's good to know. This is strange. I don't know what we're doing. Let's see. Infectivity. It's just ever so slight infectivity. Let's get the infectivity up. What else can we do? They're only at 25% of the cure. Mankeys genome fully sequenced. That's not going to work to our success. There we go. More symptoms. We've got them almost all of them. 46. I tell you what, if we get 46, I'll start putting this in there too. We'll just get every single symptom. Why not? Even though the neuro enhancement is not a one you want. I hadn't noticed we hadn't done fever yet. So the infected humans are dying out. it seems like 10% of the population is going to immune. Maybe that's just in the storyline. 10% of the population does not die out. And I could certainly see if 90% of the human population did die out, then we would be in trouble. Let's see. It's freaking out. It's a little freaking out. They don't want to go to these countries. I wonder if it's because these countries are the countries that have been deemed uninfected. So that's every single symptom. So I'm going to start throwing symptoms in their neuroenhancement. What does it matter? There's neuroenhancement 1. There's 131 wild monkeys. Do we have to infect all the monkeys? I wish the game was always like in the percentages saying you only need to do this much, and this much. Like 90% of the people, 90% of the monkeys. But it's a lot of times it does seem like you have to get them all. Wow. Really? Wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow. Oh man. Mankeys has failed. The monkeys and apes strategy of going into people's houses and pretending to be a human has failed. It confused them for a long time, but we killed the last of our hosts. All the monkeys that were left died out. I made it too lethal of a plague. I shouldn't have done that. And I really shouldn't have done it when we were playing the Simian flu. Because we just have so many things that we need to unlock. I may end up unlocking some of these things offline. If we get to the point where we have like all the brutals unlocked and have done all the scenarios, I will then commit some offline time to playing Simian Flu and unlocking those things. Because there's really no reason for me to make a week-long series of me playing the exact same scenario. Next time we're going to be doing Golden Age, an actual scenario. We're running out of these even. Slowly but surely, we're about halfway through on the scenarios. And then after we do the scenario, we will go back and try the Norax Worm one more time on Brutal. Work our way back down this list. This list is getting shorter and shorter for plagues that haven't been beaten on Brutal. And once we beat them on Brutal, that's when we unlock those lovely little cheats that we are just hoping that we can get. Wait a minute. Are these unlocked? They're unlocked. Woohoo! I have no idea why this is unlocked. Let's see. Was the cheat? You got the cheat when you beat... I'm confused. I must have done something, so like when I go and pick the necrovirus here, can I cheat now? I can cheat now. I have no idea what happened here. It said to unlock this we had to complete all diseases on Brutal. To unlock these that are still locked, you have to complete all these diseases on Mega Brutal. But that's just not what has happened here. I'm glad I went and looked, but this is insanity. At no point have I beaten the Norax worm, the parasite, or the prion on brutal. I definitely haven't done the necrovirus or the simian flu. So why did it give me this? What pushed it over the edge? Why is it not considering the parasite or the prion as a default plague, even if they were going to unlock it? Well, this is an early access beta game, and that is just a game changer. This is great news. So next time we are going to uh, play the scenario, and after we play the scenario, which that nothing changes there, we are going to play the Norax worm on cheating with Turbo Strain, Unlimited Strain, Hidden Strain, and Immune Strain all enabled. We're just going to cheat through our teeth, do all of that on Mega Brutal, and see if we can win. And I see no reason why we won't. And because I think that will win, because I think that will count towards unlocking the rest of the cheats, we are on the shortcut path again. Remember way at the beginning of the series when we started doing shortcuts and saying, let's just try it on normal so we unlock see if we could maybe squeak by, beat a plague on normal so we can unlock the other ones. Remember when these plagues were locked and we had to beat bacteria on normal to get virus, virus on normal to get fungus, and so on and so on and so on. Remember how we had a couple times where we would get victory after victory after victory and be on what I would call the shortcut path. Well, we're back on that shortcut path if these cheats work. We will potentially in the next 10 episodes, 10 times playing these plagues, so 20 episodes, we will potentially have all of these done on Mega Brutal, even the necrovirus and the simian flu. If we've got the cheats, we should be able to do that. That should get the last of the cheats done. I very well might now play offline to just unlock the simian flu, or we'll just play online. Who cares? Now that I'm cheating, no more losses like this episode. So we're on that third act, I would say now, because of this lucky occurrence that, come on, Plague Inc., explain the rules a little bit better. I'm glad they unlocked easier. I'm glad you made it easier to unlock the cheats, but you didn't leave me with the impression that what I had done was enough. So the only reason I even know I'd unlocked them was because I went and looked randomly. So explain your game a little bit more, Plague Inc. But I'm so happy. So happy. Looking forward to next time. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.